Hello, my name is Matt Gay, principal at Yucca Mesa Elementary School. Yucca Mesa Elementary School is excited to share a project-based learning activity with you, the community.
Our project-based learning journey began last year when a couple of teachers and our principal went to a conference. We were inspired by the potential of this new teaching and learning style.
What's wonderful about project-based learning is that the students take responsibility and they have their own student voice and their student choices.
When we're able to create curriculum that integrates multiple content areas, the students are really the ones who benefit.
When we thought about what type of project we wanted to do, we thought about how we wanted to empower our youth and what's so special about their community. And what's wonderful about our experience is that we had a partnership with Spark Growth, who really took the ball and did wonderful lessons with each and every single class. They also came in and did home activities and gave us home activities to give to our parents so that they can continue the learning at home.
What a terrific job by all our staff and students. I'd like to thank them for all their hard work to make this project very successful.
In kindergarten, we are artists. And our driving question in kindergarten was, how does Joshua Tree National Park affect the artist community? So what we did was, in September, we immediately started our 5 senses, and we tied our project to science.
Hi, my name is Briella, and I am in kindergarten. My teacher is Miss Estes, and we went to the national park for our field trip. Where there was lots of animals and lots of bushes, and we went up this tall mountain. I like doing this project because we played with the puppets.
We went to Black Rock, and that was a wonderful experience. What we did there was hiked around, and we had wonderful activities with our rangers.
I also took a hike. We went very high and low. We also had lunch together on the stairs. We walked a lot and we colored. We were learning about where people go to the national park and what they do.
It was a wonderful experience for the kids to learn about the animal wildlife there and also learn about some of the plant life and take a look around. From there, we took a look at art videos, we read books on artists, and we also started with our sketching. So it's been a wonderful experience for our students, and we hope they had fun doing it.
The first graders were asked to answer the question, why do people from all over the world come to Joshua Tree National Park to look at the stars? So we had to first explain what are the stars. So we decided to start our study with a study of the solar system.
We went to Joshua Tree National Park to learn about the stars. We looked through a telescope and we saw a ball of light, like a sun.
And we went to also Sky's the Limit to look at the array that they have outside of the park in 29 Palms. An array is a model of the solar systems.
In the Sky's the Limit, or Joshua Tree National Park if you prefer, there's no pollution, like in big cities. People come to Joshua Tree National Park so they could see the stars, because there's a bunch of lights in the city, and there's cars.
We did some fun projects. We made bracelets with sun beads. When they are in the sun, they change color.
We also had Spark come and do a great art project with the kids on the constellations. So then we go, okay, so then why do people come from all over the world to Joshua Tree National Park to look at the stars? And they go, because it does offer the best view of the stars.
The second grader's question was, how did early settlers impact the formation of Joshua Tree National Park and the community? Our students have been learning about Native Americans who lived in our area, as well as the early miners, cattlemen, homesteaders, and others who came to settle this area.
Hi, my name is Savannah. I am in second grade. We've been learning about Joshua Tree National Park and the early settlers that were there.
They had to work hard to help with the house, and sometimes they had to build their house sometimes.
Our class began our study by taking a field trip to Barker Dam. We hiked to Barker Dam with rangers, and our ranger taught us about the different groups who would have lived in that area. We saw the dam that was built in the early 1900s to hold water for cattle, and we saw petroglyphs left by early Native Americans.
We have been doing timelines. We were talking about Elizabeth Campbell, and we made timelines about it. I like doing this project because it was really fun and creative. And we saw Barker Dam where they built it, but it was all dried up.
I feel like this project has helped my students understand that there's much more to our community than they had previously thought, that this is their history too, and that they are also settlers to this area just as much as the cattlemen, the homesteaders, and Native Americans were.
So hi there. So third grade, along with my second graders, were given a fantastic PBL topic. Our kids got to think about and learn about and explore several different animals in the Joshua Tree National Park. And one really important question that our kids had to focus on is, how is all this tourism affecting the habitats of our animals?
First, we have to write a bunch of papers about animals' habitats, behavior, food, family, and stuff like that.
First, we studied nature's balance, ecosystems, and animal habitats, behavior.
We were able to take a fantastic trip to Black Rock, where our students took part in some really fun activities, such as a nature walk, where they were able to jot down ideas and pictures in their nature journal.
I've been learning about the coral lizard. I learned that it only lays 5 to 12 eggs.
The national park it's kind of making everything a little healthier for are endangered species.
Gotta learn how to not only keep them safe, but to work with them.
They were also able to do a tortoise study where they used actual scientific tools to measure and weigh tortoises and record their findings. It was amazing. Our students were also able to use the rangers' tracking instruments to see what it was like to actually track the animals in the park.
I just feel confident because it's fun.
We get to learn about animals.
Our students have also worked really hard on their research projects. It's been so great to watch our students enjoy this project and really think about our local animals and how their habitats are being impacted in the Joshua Tree National Park.
Our focus for our PBL, Joshua Tree National Park, was how has the geology affected our community? We began with a pre-teach to activate and build prior knowledge, teaching our children all about the beautiful rocks of our desert.
Our fourth grade focus is on the geology of rocks and the weathering and erosion of it. There's a lot of unique things here, like the rocks. We learned about one type of rock, and it's called gneiss. And it's so old that it has a bunch of layers and pretty designs in it.
Our children have been doing many activities with the National Park in collaboration. They have done some art activities with us. We did go to the park and have a couple of really great hikes and a wonderful art activity there.
We're working on knowing how rocks form and how they weather.
And we're working on a project about Joshua Tree National Park and how the geology of Joshua National Park affects our community.
Everyone has to work with a teammate, and I like how we can choose to do whatever we want as long as it's about the park.
Also, they are working on their final PBL projects, which is fun because they have lots of choices, and it was all about the teacher being the facilitator and the coach, but just bringing the driving question, brainstorming ideas, having students form teams and get going and figuring out exactly how they wanted to show the impact of community on the park. And looking forward to sharing them all with you.
The fifth graders have been focusing on how social media has led to an increase in tourism. So with examining how living near a national park has impacted our community, it's important to address tourism. Our students have looked at research that addresses how many visitors have come to the park in the recent years.
I think we've gotten more tourists to come to our community because of maybe social media, Instagram, Facebook, because people could go there and then they post something and people want to go there.
There's lots of cool stuff there and people love it, we hope.
Just 5 years ago, Joshua Tree National Park welcomed 1.5 million visitors. Last year, we had over 2.9 million people coming to our community to visit the park. Why? Because Joshua Tree has become a trendy place to be.
When we go on our field trip, we're going to make commercials about how to stay safer and what to do at Joshua Tree to help make our community a better place. The goal is to spread awareness and tell people of the dangers of not taking care of the park. Our goal is to spread awareness about our community and the national park, like trail safety, light pollution, noise pollution.
The students are creating posts about cleaning up trash, respecting the environment, keeping the natural environment safe for all the animals and wildlife. Students have really taken the lead on this experience. They created business cards to share with the businesses around town. The hope is that the tourists who come to our town and frequent the local stops will see our page and become more educated about our community.
I think this project is a good idea because even though it's school related, it will still help get a message all around the world.
I feel like this project has definitely empowered the students to realize that they have a voice and they can make a difference in their community. There's a sense of pride that they now have over taking ownership and respecting their community and their town. I'm proud of the students for taking this project on and finding creative ways to express themselves.
Our sixth grade students have been researching the relationship between Joshua Tree National Park and the rise in real estate prices in the Morongo Basin, especially those areas near the entrances to the park. With doubling of the number of park visitors in just the last 5 years to a record 2.9 million people, they took a close look at why so many were drawn to our area and willing to invest in the real estate market.
I'm Zala.
I'm Bella.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Alyssa.
Our sixth grade essential question is, since the shift from the monument to Joshua Tree National Park, how has the housing market been impacted?
After we got back from Joshua Tree National Park, we were assigned to make a PowerPoint on what we were most interested in. My group chose how to set up your own Airbnb in the desert.
We also get lots of people that come camping for all the great things like hiking, rock climbing, riding horses, and the wildlife.
In examining real estate trends, talking with realtors and people in the construction trade, our students found that Airbnbs near the park comprised a large part of the new construction or remodel projects in the past few years. This, combined with the number of people who want to live in our rural environment, has led to an increase in prices in the real estate market.
Based learning is different than any other assignment that we would normally get because it's like our essential question was more related to like our community and stuff that we kind of experience daily.
So this was a very fun project because Bella made the blueprint and gave it to me, and I just had to go off the blueprint and make this model, and to me that was really fun. This is the blueprint we made, and there's different rooms, and this is the model of Bella.
Another assignment we did after the field trip was a grade level book all about Joshua Tree National Park. We were assigned to paint something that we made that we found interesting out there and wrote about it. I personally chose a Joshua tree because of how beautiful it is and how it got its name.
This is my painting in the Joshua Tree National Park book.
We are also donating this book to the Joshua Tree National Park Community Center.
Overall, this project done in conjunction with the Joshua Tree National Park has been a wonderful experience for our students as they see connections between the park and our own wonderful community.
Overall, I think the best part of this project was seeing how inspired the students became. The students really took responsibility for their learning, and they were able to be creative, inventive, and produce exemplary work that reflects their learning throughout this process.
And what's wonderful about this specific project is that it gives our kids responsibility and ownership over their community.
Furthermore, the students are engaged because this is a topic that's literally in their backyard. It relates directly to them.
And so we wanted to empower our youth to love their community and be proud of their community for what they have to offer this world.
It's not reading from a textbook, it's not listening to lectures. The students are gathering their own information and making connections about the world around them.
And that going forward in the future, they will be here to help their community grow.
We sure hope you enjoyed the video and the effort the kids put into the show.